Hello and welcome to the demonstration of the Learn Simultaneous Equations app. First of all, we click on the app and launch it, and we arrive at the Learn tab. We have three tabs across the top: Learn, Practice and Solve. We start off on the Learn tab, and step 1, as you can read here, is match the coefficients of x or y in each equation by multiplication or of one or both equations. So if we go over to the Practice tab, generate a new example, we get two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. They're labelled with these numbers in circles. So in this case, we can multiply equation 2 by 2 to get 2x here and 2x here. The sign is irrelevant at this point because we just need the magnitude of the coefficient to be the same. Alternatively, we could take equation 1 and multiply by 3 to match 3y in both cases. But it's generally easiest to take the smallest numbers, so we'll select equation 2, multiply by 2, and click Go. At this point, we have to enter the new coefficients multiplied by 2. So we have minus 1x becomes minus 2x, plus 3y becomes plus 6y, and 30 becomes 60. So we just click through here. On a tablet, it's much easier because you just swipe the spinner and you can get to bigger numbers quicker. But I'm just doing this on a PC and clicking to 60. We click Submit, and we've now matched the first. We have now two equations where the coefficient of x is the same, albeit opposite signs. If we switch back to the Learn tab, step 2 is, having matched coefficients for x or y, add or subtract the two equations from each other. And this will allow us to eliminate one coefficient from the equations. So in this case, we can take equation 1 and add it to equation 3, because the 2x plus minus 2x will be 0. If both equations had the same sign, so we had 2x here and 2x here, we would do 1 minus 3. But in this case, we add them together. So we have equation 1 selected here, plus sign selected, and we select equation 3 here. Click Go. So 2x minus 2x is 0. 1y plus 6y is 7y. And 3 plus 60 is 63. I'll just click through here to 63, and we get to submit the answer. At this point, actually, I'll show you what happens if we select an incorrect answer, say 62, and click Submit. We get the message, incorrect answer entered, and we also get a hint as to what the correct answer should be. So we go to 63 and Submit. Going back to the Learn tab, step 3 is one variable has now been eliminated. Simplify the equation and solve the remaining variable. So we take equation 4, divide that by 7 to get, because we want to get just 1y equals a certain value. So if we divide by 7, we then have 0x still, we have 1y, and 63 divided by 7 is 9. And Submit. So we've now found y. We can now put this value for y back into one of the original equations. So equation 1 is pre-selected, so we'll just hit Go and put the value of 9 into equation 1 for y. So that gives us 2x plus 1 times 9, because we have 1y, and the value of y is 9, equals 3. So we simplify that to 2x, 1 times 9 is 9. So 2x plus 9 equals 3. Submit. At this point, we need to subtract 9 from both sides of the equations to get the x term on its own. So 3 minus 9 is minus 6. 2x equals minus 6. And finally, we take equation 6, and to get x on its own, we divide by 2. Click go, and we have 1x, 0y, and minus 3 is the answer. So we now have x equals minus 3 and y equals 9. The final step on here, which is optional, is recommended, is to put your results back into the original equations to confirm your results. So we've put y back into equation 1 here, so we can just put these values back into equation 2 to check that this works out correctly. So we have x is minus 3, so minus x will be plus 3, plus 3y, which is 3 times 9 is 27. So we have plus 3 plus 27 equals 30. That's correct, so we know we have the right answers. Now moving on to the Solve tab, this tab allows you to input the coefficients of two simultaneous equations in the form ax plus by equals c, and immediately obtain the result. You don't have the working out like you've got here. This working out is typically what you would expect to see, how you would expect to show your answers in a GCSE style exam. In the Solve tab, we can just put in an equation. We'll choose a simple one, so we'll put 1x plus 1y equals 3, and 2x plus 1y equals 4. Click Submit, and we get confirmation of the equations we've entered and the results. So x equals 1 and y equals 2. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy using the app. If you have any comments or suggestions to improve the app, please put them on my YouTube channel below this video.